Hello, this is Nola, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to speak with you regarding dog dreams. We often dream of dogs. Most people love dogs, and some people have a fear of dogs. However, there is a symbolism and a meaning when dogs show up in our dreams or show up in our lives. And there's a positive and a negative side to this. Most times when people dream of dogs, they are friendly, and so they would represent a powerful friendship, a loyal friendship, loyalties among friends, care and companionship. The other thing about dog dreams, and I will have to refer to my notes, excuse me, because I cannot retain everything that I write. So if you're dreaming about being attacked by a dog, be it a single dog or a pack of dogs, if you're being bitten by a dog or a pack of dogs, and those are two different things. Being bitten by a dog, you could have feelings of betrayal or feeling vulnerable, or it could actually be a situation in your life where you have been betrayed by someone that you trusted. Good friends, or a good friend, a lover, a partner, a sibling, a parent. People betray us in all kinds of ways. And so you may want to consider examining some of your close friendships and seeing where there could be some sticky spots. Don't trust people with all of your information, and if you have ideas and projects on the burner, sometimes it's best to keep them to yourself. So that is what I would say, generally speaking, because for each person, once again, for each person, your dream means something specifically for you. Rarely do dreams mean anything for somebody else. Sometimes they do, but it's rare. The messages in the dreams are specifically for you. And sometimes you get messages in your dreams from loved ones that have passed over. And those loved ones even include our animals, our pets, right? So that is what you would get from being bitten by a dog. Now, being bitten by and chased by a pack of dogs, being attacked by a pack of dogs, has another meaning to it. And it all depends on what is going on in your life. You might be at a time in your life where you're feeling pretty vulnerable, perhaps isolated, perhaps you've moved, and your connections from wherever you have left are far away, and you've had to start, a new life all over again. So you could also be facing multiple adversaries or challenges in your life, and you're trying to navigate that whole thing. Okay? The other thing that you should consider when you are being attacked in your dream by a pack of dogs is social anxiety. Are you starting a new job after you've worked from home for a long time, and now you've got to go back out there and mingle with people? Do you have a big event and you're really anxious about that, and you feel that people will look at you negatively? That could be another aspect. And then again, your personal associations with dogs. What do they mean to you? What do they symbolize? Do you have a dog? Do you have an aggressive dog that needs training and a firmer hand than a hand that you have? It also depends on the breed of dogs. Different breeds could represent different things, and those are all of the things that you must take into consideration. Please remember that these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Now, I want to speak about dogs and our pets. I feel led to speak about this because we've all loved and lost a pet, and I say that our pets simply do not live long enough. And they're such loyal companions and great friends. I have a doggie whom I adore. And I don't know, he's helped me through some of the most difficult parts of my life over the last few years. And we depend, and he was a rescue. So I'm sure you've seen the bumper sticker, who rescued who, right? So and I've lost animals that I've loved. Oh my gosh, I have often cried more over the animals that I've lost than some of the people in my life that I've lost. And I'm going to tell you a story. And this is not a dog story, this is a cat story. But I just want to tell you that nothing and nobody dies. I am a caregiver, clearly, and I was helping someone out, and they had cats, and I was helping to feed the cats. And suddenly I felt the energy of one of my cats. Over the last 2 years, I've lost 2 cats, one to cancer and the other one to severe thyroid disease. And so I was feeding these cats, and suddenly I felt the energy of my former cat, Mo, who will be gone in a very short couple of weeks. He will be gone here. And he came around me, and I could feel the energy. And I said, "Wow, Mo, how are you?" And he said, "I'm good, Mom. I am over there with Dad," and he named all of our other pets. And I said, "Is that right, Mo?" I said, "That's wonderful." I said, "I miss you all so much." And then I said to him, I'm going to be going home in a couple of weeks. And when I get there, I want you to send me a cat." And I was very specific because Mo was a black cat and he just had a splash of white on his chest, but you had to look very, very carefully. And man, was he a character. And so I was really specific, and I said, "You have to send the cat to my front door. I'm not going to go and rescue a cat, Mo. I'm not going to go and buy a kitten. I'm not going to do any of those things." So when I got home, I was busy. I got back about... I got back the 15th of December, so like 10 days before Christmas. So I was coming down the stairs, and suddenly I saw the shadow outside the front door. The bottom part of my door and the top part are glass, so you can see through. And I was like, "Wow, is that a cat?" And I was on the phone with my sister, and I said to her, "You're never going to believe this," because I had told her the story of what had happened with Mo. And I said, "There's a black cat outside my front door." And I opened the door, and the cat went out of the fence, and it was all black with little white paws like socks. And I was beside myself with joy and a little disbelief. And so I had to go to the supermarket to pick up some last minute things for the holiday. And as I got back to the parking garage, I forgot to buy cat food, because now I thought I would have to feed this cat. So I go back up and I go and get some cat food, and I come through the same line, and the cashier says to me, "Oh, did you forget your cat food?" And I said, "No." And she said, "So why are you buying cat food?" And I didn't want to explain to her, the line was forming behind me. I didn't want to explain to her why I was picking up this cat food. I said, "I think I have a cat." And she laughed and she said, "You think you have a cat?" I said, "That's right." And I left. And then, right as I was leaving the supermarket, I scanned my ticket so that the gates could open and I could go out. Up the escalator came this guy. He had this gray sweatshirt on, and on the front of the sweatshirt, it said CAT. If my arms weren't that full of cat food, I didn't take a bag with me. This is in Europe. I live part-time in Europe and most of the time in the United States, which is my home. I said, I would have said, "Please, please, please, let me take a picture of that that sweatshirt that you have on." It was cat, the heavy equipment earth moving company. And he would have just thought I was another crazy American. So I stopped myself from, doing that. So I got back to the car park and drove back to my place. And I put food out for that cat. For 4 days, the food was out there. I never saw the cat again until New Year's Eve. So I'm out there doing something, and suddenly here is a still cat sitting by my front door. And it's very cold in Europe at the moment. And I thought, he or she looks really well taken care of, but it didn't have a collar on. So I asked all the neighbors and I said, do you know anyone that has a black cat? And at this time of the year, any, I think, decent person would not let the cat out of the house. And also, fireworks are such a tremendous thing here, and I've just never known anything like it. And I really feel badly for the animals and the veterans and so on. So again, I put food out, but with the firework displays and so on, I never saw the cat again until the other day. So I put some more food out. The cat didn't eat the food. So I went out and purchased some more food, a different kind of food. And still the cat hasn't eaten the food, and he or she will not come into my home. So I'm telling you the story to tell you that nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing dies. And I was so specific, and I want to tell you that what I learned from that personally. When we pray or we set our intentions, we need to be very, very specific. We really do. So if you've had a dream about dogs, if you've had a dream about your dog, if you've had a dream about any of your pets that you've lost, or even a loved one, I think this message is for you today, to know that there is life after heartbreak. There is still life after loss. There is still life after challenges, financial challenge, a health challenge, challenge with family dynamics. The holidays bring up a lot of things. And I just want you to feel encouraged today. And now I've gone a little off topic, but I speak from spirit. I go with what is in my heart and what I feel. I'm led to say. I don't really script things. I do talking points on my paper to help me to remember stuff, because it doesn't always stick. And so I hope you've enjoyed this. Please do not be shy, and don't hesitate to post your questions. I will answer you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.